everyone, and welcome to another episode of Growing in Abba. As always, my name is Juliana Olorunshola, and I'm excited to be recording this episode. Today, I have here with me...
My name is Divine Opeters. I'm a dance coach, choreographer, and team bonding expert.
If you see me dancing, this is my teacher.
She's doing well.
Today, we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic. We're talking about the benefits of a Christian community, why we should have a Christian community, why there should be Christian people around us. Is that English correct?
Why we should, yes. Yes, just like this. That's the word. Yes.
So, in your opinion, do you think it is necessary for my growth as a Christian to be around other Christian people? Do you think I can do it by myself, just me and God?
See, even from a large scale, it is necessary for everybody. And I know that sounds like a cliche, but I'm a church boy. And when I say I'm a church boy, like, all the friends I have, actual friends I have, and I can count on one hand, are from church. The skill... I'm sorry that had to happen on camera. But really, so all the friends I have, the skills I've built, the connections I've gotten, the gigs I've gotten, the experiences I've had, most of them happened in church or because of church. And it's very easy for a Christian to feel like I would just come pray, give offering, and go to church and do my thing, yeah? Mm-hmm. But what they don't realize is there is an essential part with the brethren always dining together. God knows that if the brethren don't work together, it is easy for the enemy to thrive, because when he wants to attack, what he does is he isolates you. So he isolates you because other people can't help you see what you can't see. And then he starts giving you words. And after giving you words, then it is easier for him to drag you into depression. Check it. Everybody that claim they are depressed or that have really gotten depressed, they feel lonely. You don't have to be...
It's like the foundation of the depression.
You get. Being lonely starts it. You don't just get depressed because nobody's talking to me. Sometimes you get depressed because you feel like nobody understands the problem or the pain you are going through. That is where depression starts from. Normal. So... it is essential, very, very essential for it. Christian community, definitely.
So, you mentioned the church, right?
Yes.
Some people are not, they are just churchgoers.
Mm-hmm.
They go to church, and most of their Christian growth, they are growing about, stop it. Most of their growing in Christ process happens outside of the church. So, they don't necessarily feel welcome, especially if you're in a large church like this, where if you're not in a unit, if you're not in a place, you are not noticed. So if I just come to church, because I'm a very busy person, I just come to church and I go. Is church the only way I can grow? Is there like any other?
So this is largely based on the people you have around you. I assure you that even if you are not a church goer, if you have Christian friends, one day you go to church.
Yes, actually, based on what you just said, my mom is a born Muslim, and she had this friend. Yes, she's a born Muslim. She had this friend that was a Christian, and one day they are just playing. Let's just go to church. And I'm telling you, ever since then, my mom is like one of the most spiritual people I know of her friend. Her friend, they didn't even take her like evangelism. Like, let's just go to church. Let's go and eat rice. That was what happened.
Food,
let's go and eat rice in church. I said, okay, let's go. And she went to church, and
that is how. So, like I said, it just depends on the relationship you have. For a lot of people, I want to say for some people, but for a lot of people, they feel weird making friends in church because they're like, okay, service just finished. I'll just walk up to somebody and say hello. It does not sound normal. So, it's normal for me. That's just that I sometimes I think about it and I'm like, no, let's not do it. But it's normal for me. So one of the fastest ways to overcome that is to actually join a unit. And I know someone might say, join a unit, take my time, take my Saturdays or my Sundays, another set of commitments. You don't have to be that committed at first, but joining a unit means you have access to people to have conversations with on the base level. So once you're in a unit, That is where the Christian community is. The Christian community is in the church, but it is not the church as a building or as a service. It is the church as the unit, the community, the small gathering. It's easier to make friends from your unit than to make friends in a Sunday service. It's very hard.
I have two things to add to what he just said. First, my personal experience was the church that helped me. Well, not the church, it was when I joined units in the church. That's when I started coming to church more and praying more and seeing my age mates doing things that I wanted to do, spiritually more. So that's helped my own spiritual growth. Second thing is, it's not only the church that you can actually find like Christian communities. Like there are youth, teenagers doing things online. They are organizing Christian festivals, organizing Christian group chats. There's a now that Instagram has this broadcast feature, there are Christian broadcasts. Like once you follow the right people on your social media, you will definitely find a Christian community to be in, right? Without the church is very important actually, because that's where the physical is. Physically is much better than whatever you can get online, definitely. But like there's also the online part it has to play with, because online is even like more of taking your time during the week. So they have like, I'm back from work or I'm back from school and I can pray for 5 minutes with my online friend, and then I'm coming to church and I'm in this unit and then we have a prayer meeting, that kind of thing. So it also helps that. Also,
so adding to that, there is something that we cannot overlook. This is very important because a lot of us have issues with it. No matter what happens, even the problem why a lot of Christians, in quotes, new Christians don't survive is because they are not discipled. If you want to grow with a Christian community, you need to be discipled. And I know that on one end, you looking at it from, okay, I'm having friends, I'm clicking with people, that is there. But if you really want to grow, especially in Christ, you have to see it as somebody that have been doing this thing has to put me through. And for instance, if someone comes into my clique, I can only do so much. I know I have certain amount of knowledge, but I can only do so much. But there are people that have gone way ahead of me. They have more spiritual capital than me. That is a conversation for another day. They have more knowledge of the Bible than me. Those guys help us understand. So look at it this way. Anything you are going to do, there is someone that has done it already, which means that there is someone that has the template to save you the stress of going through that problem all over again. So we have a lot of problems that we go and we partake consciously. Meanwhile, there are people that have crossed it. So one of the benefits of the community is when you are in the community, there is someone that would give you a full template and say, see, don't do this, I've done this, like this is the result I got, I'm sure you don't want that. Yes, it's not the same thing as advice. It is not the same thing as advice. It's a template, it works, it's a principle. Advice is, this is what I think you should do. Template is, this is what you should do. So 80%, if not 90% of our problems that we need to be solved, most of them comes from this template. You can't get it anyhow. The people that can give it to you are the successful people, and most of the successful people in the world are not readily accessible. So the easiest place to get them that are not in the world is in the church, and the fastest way in the church is in the Christian community in the church. I don't know if I just made sense. Yeah, hopefully I made sense.
If he's making a lot of sense. Last week I made a quote and I mentioned the divine. This is the divine. Our wise divine.
Please.
Thank you. It has been very informative. I had a very lovely time, and I'm sure that you did too, because you cannot tell me that you don't have a lovely time. Period. One more thing I have to say based on the Christian community thing. Most of the success of this podcast will not happen without my Christian community. So this is my own personal shout out to the members of the Performing Hearts that made this podcast a success, and I continue to making this podcast a success. I'm very grateful. I love them so much. They are the ones clapping in the background. Thank you for watching. and listening to yet another episode of Growing in Abba. Once again, I am Julianne Olorinshola. See you next time. Bye.
If you're on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe.